Hi there, and welcome back to the 10th in this series from Footlice Theatre Company here in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. Finally reached double figures, and I hope you've enjoyed the ride so far. My name is David, I am the current president, and in this series we're continuing on with Marishca and also introducing you to some of the other members of the family. I hope this has been informative. If you have any questions, comments, or just like to show us a little bit of support, then feel free to comment pages down the bottom, okay? We're welcome for your feedback. Also, if you haven't already, then the subscription button's up there. Feel free to click on that because there's going to be a lot more in this series, and we'll be covering a lot more of puppetry, construction, theatre craft, etc. So with that in mind, I think I'd better get to work because I've got a lot to do. So this has been David from Footlice Theatre Company here in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia, saying peace out and I'll see you soon. Okay, now we come to the next step. Everyone knows that foam is not very strong. Okay, so when you're given a little bit of pressure onto it, it may tear away. Last show, Puzzling Pirates, the captain's arm came off. Okay, the quick grip just didn't hold. I thought, okay, it'd be strong enough because I had a costume over top of it, but the costume gave way too. And so I've noticed that pretty quick. I've grabbed the arm and I've forced it back into the socket, and then I've put my hand across it, holding it there, and then acted with this hand. The cool thing is, no one noticed. Go figure, huh? Okay, so you have to reinforce these joints, especially arm joints, because arm joints, they're the most expressive part of the puppet, okay? So therefore you have to reinforce them. The way I find the best way to do that, right, is to get your puppet, get a Stanley knife, okay, and do a bit of surgery, right? Cut a slit into the actual chest, nice deep one, okay, across the joint and into the deltoid, okay. Okay, let's put my hand in there, you see how deep that is. Even go deeper, okay. And what you do is you get your quick grip, spelt with a K, and you get some on there, and you put a layer inside that slit there that you just made. Okay, make sure there's a good even coating of it. And you get some material, some scrap material, cut a piece, longer than what you expect it to be, and then place that in here. Okay? Place that inside the slit. There. That will reinforce that joint so that it won't, I won't say it won't, but it shouldn't. The chances of it are greatly reduced of the whole arm slipping out. Give it a bit of a pat, it won't stick together, but let's just make sure it's all together. Okay, you do exactly the same on that arm. You do one for the thigh, one for the other thigh, and along the neck, okay? That just reinforces all those joints so you're not losing arms and legs mid-performance. Okay? So that's reinforcing. Yeah. Okay, at this point I'd like to talk to you about the sticking qualities of quick grip. It's very good. Okay? So I didn't do it today, I should have, but in the past I knew I'd be getting the stuff all over my fingers. Okay, and it's just, it won't come off with soap. you actually either have to pull it off or just leave it there and wait for it to, and then just wait for it to flake off, okay? So it's really good stuff. So a long while ago, I didn't do it today, so I'm being pretty careful with it. A long time ago, I learnt to, when I'm working with this, shave your fingers. Shave the hairs off your fingers. Okay, because what happens is the quick grip gets onto it, and then when you're pulling it off, you're actually pulling hairs out. So it just goes to show you how good this stuff is. Okay, so a little tip, shave your fingers while you work working with quick grip. It's just really good stuff. It's industrial grade adhesive. See how good it is? It's good for everything. Worse than actually having arms come off mid-performance is having heads come off mid-performance. Yeah. Thankfully that hasn't happened to us yet. The reason why I like doing children's shows is I highly recommend actors do them. They may seem a little lowbrow for it, but kids shows are fantastic because kids are your greatest audiences. If they don't like the show, they'll let you know. They're like, "Oh, I hate this bit. Oh, you're boring. Oh, man, you suck." No, they're not backwards and coming forwards, because an adult audience, if they don't like the show, they'll either do two things. They'll sit there silently, endure it, and then at the end of the show, bag the hell out of it. Okay? Or they'll walk out. Either way, there's no real hassle to the actor. The actor goes, "Oh well, so it happened. I was wonderful," etc., etc. With kids, they let you know. They let you know straight away. It's why I love doing children's theatre. Also, when you're writing for children's theatre, don't talk down to them. Okay? They're a lot cleverer than you give them credit for. Kids are fantastic. Kids are brilliant audiences. Right? They're smarter than you give them credit for. Okay? They'll pick up concepts. They'll pick up metaphors, similes, abstract concepts. They're really good at processing information like that. And I highly recommend writing for kids shows, because if you can write for a kids show and keep them enthralled throughout that entire show, then you can write for anyone. Kids. Okay, what I'm just using a bit of scrap wood, a bit of scrap ply, is to apply it with. Knives are good too, but the thing is like you tend to, it's like knives are knives. They're kind of important. If you can, use scrap. Because over time this will just cake up with dried quick grip. And eventually it's just gonna wreck your knife. So highly recommend just use scrap. Use scrap wherever possible. Okay. So what we do is, once we've let it dry a little, so just past tacky stage, you press it all together and it seals it in there. Okay. So there's the reinforcements on Marishca. Okay. Hopefully she's going to be she's starting to even perform the way I want her to. Okay? So, look out for her. I hope this has been informative. So I'm going to let that dry and then press it together, and then those reinforcements of those joints should be okay. So this is David saying peace out. Bye. And if you'd like to get in contact with us, then that'd be pretty cool. You can contact us at footlice@yahoo.com. That's footlice@yahoo.com. Feel free, subscribe. Also, check out the comments down the bottom. Feel free to make a contribution. And this is David from Footlice Theatre Company here in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia, saying peace out.